I'm Jim with Stuff Music, and I'm here today to do a demo of the Third Power Woolly Coats MK2. The Third Power Woolly Coats Spanky MK2 is a single-channel, 18-watt, all-tube update of Third Power's popular Spanky combo amplifier. With its classic blackface preamp with an extended mid-range frequency control, combined with an overbuilt power supply, the Spanky MK2 delivers throwback tone with extra headroom and punch, making it an insane pedal platform amp. Hand-built in Nashville, Tennessee, the Spanky MK2 features dual JJ6V6 power tubes, ECC83 preamp tube in V1, V2, 12AX7 in V3, V4, 5 AR4 rectifier tube, premium-made Hayboer transformers, and a premium handmade 12-inch 40-watt Eminence George Alessandro speaker. On the front panel, we have both high and low sensitivity inputs, controls for volume, treble, middle, bass, reverb, and a control for Third Power's patented hybrid master technology. On the far side of the front panel, you will find both the power switch and the standby switch. On the back panel of the amp, you will find a single 8-ohm speaker output alongside dual 4-ohm outputs. Additionally, you will find a control that allows you to dampen the high frequencies, giving you the ability to mellow out the tone with brighter guitars or louder volume settings. Finally, the Woolly Coats Spanky MK2 weighs in at a very manageable 31 pounds. Get yours today at stuffmusic.com. Okay, and we're back after the specs. Let's take a listen to some sounds. At the beginning of the video, you can see how I had the amp set almost on the edge of breakup. I'm going into the high input, and I was using the hybrid master control to bring the volume down in the room. This control is really great. It's something kind of unique to Third Power amps. If I take this out of the line, this amp would be really loud in the room, but what you can do is you can bring the hybrid master back and bring the overall volume of the amp down without affecting the tone. So I can really get it cooking, get it right in that sweet spot, but then I can bring it down to a manageable level with the hybrid master. If the hybrid master is all the way to the right, it's totally out. So as you bring it back, you're just decreasing the volume. And it's a great feature because even at 18 watts, if I take this hybrid master out, even at like 9:30, 10 o'clock on the volume, this amp is cooking in the room. It's got a lot of volume and a lot of beef for such a low wattage amp. It's great. So let's listen to some clean sounds. I'm going to start on the neck. Here we go. Everything's wide open on the guitar. Now you can see I don't have a lot of reverb dialed in. This reverb's control is voiced really well. I tend to feel like some reverb controls don't really go from 0 to 10 evenly. They sound kind of good, but maybe when you get them above 4, it just gets washed out and you kind of get into surf guitar land. The reverb control on this amp is voiced, well, first of all, it's a great reverb, and it's voiced very evenly. So as you increase it, it's usable throughout the range, which I really like. So let's listen now to the neck in the middle. Here we go. Here's the middle. Here's the middle and the bridge, and I have the tone down on the bridge humbucker a little bit, maybe on 7. Here we go. Now, as you can hear, I'm kind of right on the edge of breakup, so let's bring the volume back touch. Bring the hybrid master up a touch to kind of give the volume coming out of the speaker. Kind of keep it close. And let's see if we can get a really clean sound out of this amp. Here we go. Let's dial that reverb back a slight little bit. Now, if I bring the reverb up, let's hear what that sounds like. If I try to get a little more of an ambient thing going. Kick the volume up a little bit. You can hear the decay of the reverb. Just beautiful reverb on this amp. Really cool. Let's give a listen clean to the humbucker here in the back. I picked this Sir just because it has single and humbucker. Kind of give a listen to a little bit of everything with one guitar. Sounds great. Let's try to get a little bit of an overdrive sound. Let's push the amp. I'm going to do some gain sounds with an overdrive pedal in a second, but let's see what happens when we push the amp into overdrive. Bring the hybrid master down a little bit here. Bring the bass down and bring the treble up a hair. And we'll keep it on the back pickup. And even when I push the amp into overdrive, it doesn't feel like it's pushing down, like it's overly compressed. It still responds in a fairly open way, and it sounds great. I mean, you know, it's not really kind of crapping out in the low end. It's holding together really well. Let's try to get more of like a blues thing happening. I'm going to bring the reverb up and push the volume up a little more. And let's give it a listen. Middle pickup. Bridge pickup, or neck pickup, sorry. Clean it up a little bit, I turn the volume down on the neck. Here's what we got. So this amp is very responsive to the volume of the guitar. I brought the volume back maybe to 7. A nice, slightly on the edge of breakup clean sound. right? It's got a lot of body. Just flick the volume up. Boom. A nice little bit of overdrive. So let's take it back to where I had it and set my clean sound back up that I had. And I'm going to hit the front of this with a drive pedal, just so you can hear that. So there's back to my clean sound. I got a Noble's ODR1 in line, reissue, not an original, but the reissues are great. So let's listen to some drive sounds. I have the drive set at about 1 o'clock. So not a huge, overly saturated drive sound, but you know, it's got a little bit of meat to it. Here we go. Clean it up a little bit. Very clear. Now on the back of this amp, you can't see it. There's a control for high frequency dampening, which is also really useful. Like I said at the top of the video, I'm kind of running this amp with the hybrid master kind of low, just so it's not crushing the mic. But if I open this hybrid master up, there's really no discernible change in the way the amp sounds or in the way it reacts. But if you run it with the hybrid master out and even the hybrid master there, maybe at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, the amp's going to be pretty loud if you get it up, around where it's cooking. Around like maybe 4 or 5. At those higher volumes, especially if you got some reverb happening, you can kind of get some unpleasant high frequencies. You can just roll those right off with that control in the back while just, not making your amp overly dark. It's really great. This is a great 18-watt amp. It's super versatile. Recording, it can easily hang with a drummer. And a great gigging amp. It's not overly heavy, and it just is a beautiful sounding, extremely well-made amp made in Nashville, Tennessee. So that is the Woolly Coats MK2 from Third Power.